Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Get Bliss Soon. In this video, we're going to solve a very basic problem on round robin scheduling. This is the 19th video in the series of operating system. So if you haven't watched my previous videos yet, make sure you watch them. Getting started with today's problem. As you can see in the table, we have four processes P1, P2, P3 and P4. We also have their arrival time and burst time respectively. And also in the question, we have time quantum of 8 units mentioned. If you aren't aware of this term time quantum, if you aren't aware of the scheduling round robin, make sure you watch my previous video. Then you'll easily understand and then be easily solving the problem. So coming back to the problem, here we need to calculate the response time, waiting time and turnaround time for each of the following processes. So let's get started. As given in the question, the time quantum is 8 and I'm mentioning two boxes here. The first box I'll be using it for ready queue. In ready queue, all the processes which are ready to get executed will be waiting in the ready queue, and I'll be mentioning in this blue box. And here in the down black box is nothing but the Gantt chart. Gantt chart you already know is where the process get executed for a particular amount of time. Everything will be mentioned in the Gantt chart. So let's get started. As you already know, the arrival time is 0, 1, 2, 3. So the order will be P1, P2, P3 and P4 respectively, the first order. So getting started. As the time quantum mentioned is 8, from 0 to 8, P1 will get executed. But the burst time is 10. So 10 minus 8 is equals to 2. Therefore, 2 times more P1 has to be executed. We will look at it later. Also, you can see from 0 to 8. So the P1 will be executed till 8. So before 8, what all processes are coming? We need to place all these three processes because at the time 3 only all the processes are coming. So before 8 we have all these three coming, so we are supposed to add them in the ready queue. So P2, P3 and P4. Moving ahead, also we have this left, right? We have two of this left. So as I already said in the previous video that round robin follows the circular queue. This P1 will go and stand here. After P4, P1 will be there. This is the ready queue now. Now from the queue, as you already know, first in first out is the queue, right? So next will be P2. Now P2 will be executed for the quantum 8. 8 plus 8 is equals to 16 and the burst time is 9. So 9 minus 8 is equals to 1. So P2 has to be executed for one more unit of time. So we cancel P2 here because we are executing it here. Also we have one more P2, that's why we will enter it here. Yes, we have entered P2 here. Next in the ready queue we have P3. So next from 16 and we have the burst time is 12. So the quantum is 8. 16 plus 8 is equals to 24. And how many left? 4 left. So still P3 is left. That's why we will add P3 in the ready queue at the end of the queue. So P3 is added here. Next comes P4. The quantum is 8 and the burst time is 6. So we don't need to use the 8 units of time. We can use only 6 units of time. Therefore 24 plus 6 is equals to 30 and we are using the P4 here. P4 is completed, nothing is left. That's why I'm not adding anything here in the P4 queue. Moving ahead, we have P1. P1 2 is left. So for 30 plus 2 is equals to 32. We will complete the P1 thing. Now moving forward with the P2 thing. P2 1 unit of time, right? So 32 plus 1 is equals to 33. P2 is done. Next in the queue we have P3. P3 how many left? 4 left. So the quantum is 8. 4 is less than 8. So 33 plus 4 is equals to 37. P3 is also done. All the ready queue is done. All the burst times are done. All the processes are executed. So this is the Gantt chart for round robin scheduling for this problem. I hope you understood how we drew the Gantt chart. If you have any doubts, make sure you comment below. Now, how many context switches are there? So we started with P1, P1 to P2 one switch, second switch, third switch, fourth switch, fifth switch and sixth switch. So therefore there are 6 context switches. Moving ahead, here you can see a new column that is first response. First response is nothing but when at what time the process gets a chance to execute. So P1 starts executing at 0, therefore P1 is 0. P2 starts executing at 8. P3 starts executing at 16. P4 starts executing at 24. So we will note down all the first response from the Gantt chart. With the help of first response, we can calculate the response time. The formula for response time is first response minus arrival time. So here you can see for the response time, first response minus arrival time, 0 minus 0 0, 8 minus 1 7, 16 minus 2 14, 24 minus 3 21. This is how we calculate the response time. In case you need to calculate the average response time, you just need to add all these 4 divided by 4. Right? Moving ahead, we can also note the completion time. At what time this process completed their execution. P1 started here but completed at 32. P2 completed at 33. P3 at 37. P4 at 30. We will note down all the completion time in this column. With the help of completion time, we can calculate turnaround time. Turnaround time is equals to completion time minus arrival time. 32 minus 0, 32. 33 minus 1, 32. 37 minus 2, 35. 30 minus 3, 27. This is how we calculate turnaround time for each process. In case you need to calculate average turnaround time, make sure you add all these 4 values and divide it by 4. Moving ahead, calculating waiting time. From the turnaround time you got in the previous table, you can subtract turnaround time minus burst time to get waiting time. So 32 minus 10 22, 32 minus 9 23, 35 minus 12 23, 27 minus 6 21. So this is how you calculate waiting time for each process. Now if you need to calculate average waiting time, sum of all waiting time values by total number of process, that is 4. So this is how you calculate response time, turnaround time, waiting time. This is how you draw the Gantt chart and ready queue in round robin scheduling. I hope you understood the whole video. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment below. I'll be very happy to help you guys. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Get placed soon. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Stay tuned.